as always. It's
always different makeup on Jing's face for all the fan signs that she
Yep,
rings.
yep.
We got the hearts today. I mean, listen to her. He's just her little baby, you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
performing on stage, trying to just frag out, get another win. Now, the big question is can they win enough to go forward into the decider match? And this is just a nice little pun that doesn't work when it's translated. However, I do have big news.
Yeah.
This just in, hot off the press.
Oh, this ought to be good.
From our production crew. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to take a short break as we make sure everything's set up here for map 2. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be sunset between PRX and Full Sense as PRX currently leads 1-0. We'll be right back.
Not just a man, I'm a monster. Don't just attack, I conquer. Everything attached to the game, no shame. Take my pain with the gains. Determination over celebration. I'ma keep going, no hesitation. Make my own way, not imaginary. The only thing they call me is legendary. Come and get some, paint a picture. Who wanna beat my next victim? The outcome backed by popular demand. Won't understand, got the world in my hands. Half man, half amazing. Too hot to stop, better watch in amazement. You know when it's coming. You better get out the way and start running. You better get out the way and start running. Next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Top 5 was ahead of me. Dominance and years of longevity. For clarity, put your hands high if you're hearing me. Demand respect and popularity. Give it to your world, no gimmick. 100% authentic. All I know is push it to the limit. So much game can teach a clinic. Tell me who got next. Tell me who got next. Come and get some. Tell me who got next. Next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Next step, come and get some. Come and get some. Next step, come and get. Next step, come and
Welcome back. Thank you so much for your patience. Does look like we should be getting ready here for map 2 in a short bit. Of course, as we saw on camera, we did have that player switch coming in on the side of PRX. Just needing a little bit more checkup on the setup, but all players in their seats. Forsaken looks dialed in. Here, sitting in place of Devi for this time on Sunset, and we were talking about it before the break, Paper Thin, but it's interesting because he just played Sunset against Sentinels on day 1, and it was not with this roster.
Yeah, so now I have no idea what to expect with the comps. I mean, like you said, 5 duelists, why the heck not? Why the heck?
Do it.
Do it. I am totally fine. Like, channel your inner Palpatine here and just do it. Do it.
Well, let's see. Again, ISO available for this tournament. Still haven't seen it picked up. Sunset definitely rearing its head here and there. And PRX. Okay, so we're going to go with the double controllers. The Viper coming in for Mind Freak. We're going to forego the Cypher this time. And okay, with this, I'm actually on board with PRX kind of testing things out, right? Going for another reasonable composition here and see how else it could work out. Over on the side of Full Sense, we're going to have not only the double controllers, but also the Cypher really leaving any form of attack up to Fox and John Olsen on that Sky Raze combo.
That's a split comp here for Full Sense. So opting to kind of play this map like I think the map that it's most similar to in some ways is Split in terms of just like the angles and the way the map flows. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense for me for Full Sense. I liked the Gecko for PRX. I thought it worked really well. The KO catches people a little off guard on this map. I think not many people are running it, so Forsaken was finding a ton of value with his utility. He put up a butt ton of assists, and just I have a lot of faith here, even with this change in like comp and roster for PRX, that they can still get it done. And I'm curious to see exactly how this is going to evolve compared to before. And not gonna lie, it's only my second time getting to cast Sunset, so I'm pretty excited about that.
It's always exciting whenever we have a new map come around. And great to see so many teams more willing to pick up this one here during the off-season. Of course, saw quite a bit at the Game Changers Championship as well. Well, without further ado, it is going to be map 2 as PRX leads 1-0 against Full Sense and chooses to take us to Sunset.
All right, man. I love this map personally. Like, at least the one time I got to see it in terms of casting it. But I've watched it obviously more than just that. So I'm really curious to see, how much PRX is going to be able to utilize this comp to kind of push that space that we saw them be so effective against Sentinels with. On their attacker side in particular is where they were doing the majority of their damage here for PRX against the Sentinels. So this is going to be an interesting start for Full Sense. Can they hang on? Can they force this map 3 after an absolutely just grueling series in the first map? Regardless, they basically played another map already. Are we going to go to the 4th map?
No. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. As I am noting that the timer has paused.
No.
As we heard your monologue.
No.
Sunset of
that can't be.
PRX.
This is the wrong multiverse. Get out of here.
Because I thought it was, I was looking at the minimap, I'm like, that's a very interesting starting position for the Geckos, sitting behind that little mailbox.
Someone call Dr. Strange and fix this. This multiverse sucks.
Yeah, send us out of here. Get me out of here. Well, hopefully it will get resolved here soon. Does look like all the PRX members just double checking everything. Full Sense seems like they are content with how things have been set up. So wherever it may be, hopefully it is resolved ASAP. But ladies and gentlemen, the previous break, we had that substitute in. So hopefully this one, it's just a quick little resolve, a quick little check. We're gonna try to keep you guys entertained in the meantime, which is oddly enough not my strong suit, though it is my actual job to keep you entertained.
I can be really entertaining if I get really tired and really weird. So we're not there yet.
Okay.
But
we're looking at that for map 3 of our 3rd match later tonight.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, we've got that in store. Well. Full Sense versus PRX. Clock ticking down. PRX on the attack, as you mentioned, Paper Thin. 3 Ghosts and a Frenzy. So Jing ready to dive right in. Monyet ready to send that Paranoia. Not sure if it's going to be a blind one or if it's off contact, but the pings are there. So they are ready to pounce on to be main here.
And Sushi's looking to punish this B hit. It's just actually the smoke gonna come out initially. PRX just something out in the open. Getting that opening kill into John Olsen.
PTC getting caught as well. Something with another one and a clean shot from Mindfreak. Should note, John Olsen also not able to get the speed he wanted off the blast back early. Now, Leviathan does get to sneak around, but he's going to miss everybody as PRX has all gone through the spawn. He will get that information, but it's just a pistol round. Only 2 members left. And I'm not sure what advantage Full Sense can gain off of it.
Just tried to push tiles, and PRX has a nice crossfire setup. And they're taking some damage. Mindfreak down pretty low and caught from behind by Sushi Boys, so able to eliminate 1 member of PRX, but Plant should be able to come through here. Let's see if Sushi Boys and Leviathan find any success. Still got the smokes to work with for Leviathan, so some options.
Yeah, we've got both smokes available now. They will get spotted by the Boombot, and Jing doesn't want to miss a beat. He doesn't want to give them time to regain control. The nice flash coming in from Dizzy, and Jing with a nice double.
That's a really nice setup there on this post plant to set up Jing. It's a smoke from Monyet to allow, right as it's coming down, to get the first kill. A little bit easier for Jing. Then the flash over the top for the second, so really nicely handled there by PRX. Good coordination, something we definitely are very keen on seeing. And yeah, you can see players pushing out of tiles, and it's all just kind of going the way of PRX for the most part. They're pretty clean with it. Great timing on this smoke. Really like that. Just give Jing enough time to see the feet, get the kill. There you go.
All smiles. He's on that raise again. They had that victory over Sentinels as well, and a greedy ult over here from PTC. He will get it. Not sure he can get out. No, he's just going to be slowed down. Even gets caught by the fragment. That's going to be death of the Viper. No more toxic screen available here on the B side. And PRX, they say, all right, we gained that information. We have the better weaponry. Not quite aware of the Marshal awaiting them, though, so they're actually just going to be overly cautious, not cross through mid.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Full Sense actually gets a pretty good read on this, so they could definitely do some damage here to PRX. Let's see if the utility is going to be able to clear out. Sushi Boys, what an nice angle for the camera. What an angle.
Finally gets cleared out, but PRX, they know that they've been seen. They're wondering if they now have the timing, but unbeknownst to them, all backup already arrived. Everybody here, but Mindfreak says doesn't matter. Still get the kill. Forsaken already on the site is going to be able to clear out that little cubby in the back. And Monyet with a nice double spray down with the Stinger will clean out round 2.
Well, no force by this go around for Full Sense. They still have yet to win a pistol. It's been all PRX in terms of the pistol rounds. So another team kind of struggling to find their footing with those pistols. And this is not the time to be doing it against PRX, because as we saw against Sentinels, they feel pretty confident on this map. Very happy to pick this and really do a great job with that utility for Gecko. Just clearing so much space with it. There's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, the Gecko usage from something is something that really impressed us on day 1 as well.
There's a lot of like open air on the map, right? Like there's a lot of like over angles for like flashes with the KO, so you can get over flashes and the Dizzy and stuff like that. So it's really good.
I mean, you know, the map's based in LA, Gecko's from LA, it all makes sense. The universe coming together.
It's all coming together.
On PRX, they're trying to just add some extra mental stack as they push top mid, and something even gets the kill here against Leviathan. John Olsen, you can't overheat here. He wants to defend, but the Dizzy's actually going to force him back. So he will regroup with his teammates. Can't get the first shot off the drop against Mindfreak. The Bulldog comes out on top, and that forces Sushi Boys out of the sight. You still have Monyet lurking in tiles as well, ready to go for the flank on a moment's notice.
Oh, man, so much damage done on that nade from John Olsen, though. Sushi and Fox going to be able to clean up a couple.
Yeah, but Monyet has opened things up. He's going to check for the flank, and that allows PRX, 40 seconds still on the clock, to go for the rotate. Now, does he hear the rotation through spawn? He hears one, but he's not aware of where Sushi Boys is coming from. Gets the headshot, but this duel has gone on for too long. Sushi Boys gets the kill, and now PRX unsure of where to go. The ping comes out for Jing to rotate back to A, but mid is going to get caught on the minimap. We see Jing get the kill, but the spike gets dropped by Fox, and only 15 seconds on the clock.
Is there enough time to get this done? He's got the showstopper in the back pocket as well. This is still very doable for Jing. Oh my word.
Okay, is he going to choose to just push out from one side with the showstopper? No, he wants to empty out. He wants to wait for an advantageous fight. Can he get the wraparound? Fox here a little bit earlier than he bargained for, and Jing not aware of that positioning. Fox with a triple kill, finally able to put one on the board, despite the heavy losses in economy.
Yeah, this is just a scrappy round for Full Sense. Able to get it in the end, but it looked pretty dire there for a moment. Now John Olsen again getting a ton of damage on that fragment, but getting a little potentially over-aggressive. Almost gets punished on the Dizzy.
I need this.
Fortunately, he's able to get out. Let's take a look here. Look at this. Right out in the open. A full stack of Paper X players start doing some damage, but Fox gets a good angle. Able to get behind the rotations of Paper X, and they're not quite ready for it, thinking they might have just enough time and space to cut through mid. Try to come around one of the links or something, but not gonna happen. Here we go.
Yeah, there's that showstopper ready to be thrown out. Sends it into market, doesn't find a target, and can't find PTC as he swivels back and forth. But Magnet and Forsaken will go for the trades. The entry will still happen onto the site. Wingman going for the plan. Back of site still held on to by Full Sense. We do have a neural theft, but that cooldown should be running off soon. So we'll need a new kill if they want that information. Fox, 1 point away. Oh, but here comes Thrash as well. He's just using it to buy time. Oh, and something just holding true here. And it's going to be the Paper X spray down to defend the post plant.
Oh, you gotta love that little tech from something with the Thrash. That's so smart. Just buy a little bit of extra time and really, you know, make them commit to that position where they're going to have to clear the Thrash. You know they're going to want to. And then you've got the crossfires ready right out the backside of main. I mean, no problems at all for them here in this last firefight. It's just everybody on point. Him and Forsaken, Mind Freak looking good there. That is impressive stuff. I like the way they're using that Wingman for these deep post plants for Paper X. You know, you don't see that all the time. They usually like to scrap up front, but adding a little bit of depth to their playbook, some of these new setups that they're running.
Yeah, and against, you know, the eco here, Paper X choosing to go full speed. They've done this a couple times. Use it against them when they have the weaker weaponry. Just make sure you're grouped up. Don't give away those rifle upgrades. We talked about the Wingman. When you have these mechanically gifted players, what more could you ask for than everyone still holding onto their rifles, ready to shoot back? Now, a good flank timing here from Fox. We'll have to keep an eye on that on the minimap. Can he get the kill onto Mind Freak, get a free Vandal? That will open things up for the rest of Full Sense, but they have to pick and choose who's going to make their first move. Fox, he's waiting for so long, and the rest of his team is just getting slaughtered as they try to come through these smokes. PDC and Leviathan looking at a couple kills themselves, and that lets Mind Freak know, okay, last one still hasn't peeked out. It's got to be from behind.
Good patience from Mind Freak. A little more comfortable on the Viper here. Able to get the job done and really bounce back from a rough start on Haven. Since a few missed opportunities, he's been able to capitalize. Has the Viper's Pit as well available for this next round. And yeah, I mean, you're right, dude. They're just playing to not give up these rifles, and Wingman really, really useful for them to make sure that they can get those plants down a little bit safer. Set up. Now, you do have Seekers. Of course, still the Neural Theft. Never got to be used as they gonna think about A again. Nobody in range of that knife.
Yeah, there's the null command though, right? So the knife to clear short, and then null command to clear further into the site. Magnet even getting the spam through the smoke, and the Seekers are used early just to get information, but they're not gonna find much value. They're all just coming the same direction.
And look at Paper X, they're waiting for him. They're hoping that somebody's pushing on the back of it. Something though, waiting, and I think they suspect somebody's right on the other side of it. Is he up and over? Is he gonna spot anybody?
Jumps through the smoke. Sushi Boy's just hiding for as long as possible. Moonpot getting some damage done, but Jing's not done himself yet. Going to find that Cypher, dropping through the poison cloud. Chaos ensues as Magnet continues to be a menace here in Elbow on Mind Freak. Still putting up more kills on the board as Paper X leads 5-1.
Paper X, so tricky to deal with. Everybody's so fast to react to stuff. They're so quick on the fly with their decisions. Yeah, they lose a player to Sushi Boys, but you know, they're aware of that. There's likely somebody behind that, and they want to make plays where they want to set the tempo. They want to be the ones with the, you know, initiative in these fights, and so often they are. And yeah, even though you get the Neural Theft, it doesn't really matter. They're not super scared. As you can see, they're really, really well versed on this map. They've got a lot of good feeling for the flow of it in particular.
Yeah, it's been clear that this is one of the maps that they wanted to focus on since the roster addition, I should say, in Monette coming in. Testing out still a couple different combinations, it looks like. Last time it was a Cypher, this time it's the Viper. You know, I guess the broad theory still remains the same, but Coach Zalen, he knows he has to put a stop to this. Has a lot to share with the team, trying to hear some opinions back from the players themselves. PTC seems to be taking a little bit of that initiative, and we'll see a full sense if they can crack the code.
Yeah, it's tough no matter what. You know, the way that we've already seen they're kind of willing to show you a lot of different looks is PRX. There's a lot of different ideas they're going for. Sometimes they'll just brute force their way through you and take full control of a site and line up with their guns and set up for crossfires. Other times they'll let Wingman do the plant and then set up for a deeper post plant, set up for some of that utility play around that situation. So already, you know, there's quite a bit of layers to what PRX does, and I mean, I'm really liking Something's Gecko. I frankly I was impressed with it on day one, still impressed with it here on day two. He's providing a lot of value with the utility. Yeah, we know Something's nuts with guns, but he's also pretty darn good with this agent.
Yeah, well, PTC this time trying to find a cheeky kill of his own. Won't find the kill itself, but puts the pressure down onto PRX, so they continue to slow things down. This time they were happy to do so. Very wary of this potential half-buy, and now that they've heard the Guardian, they're well aware. And Mindfree continuing to get these kills on the lurk. One step ahead of Fox. Of course, the weapon advantage coming in handy. Vandal versus Sheriff. Now Showstopper in the hands of John Olsen. Does he send it if he can find an opportunity? PTC can't get the kill. And now John Olsen, if he wants to go in, he has to go in blind. It's not too much information to work with. Mindfree can't get the swing around, but already enough damage has been done. Jink follows through, makes sure that that rifle can't be picked up.
High five, Wingman. Oh, no.
Well, not that time.
Not that high five. Oh, that's bad timing.
Sushi Boys was waiting for that one. Here's the pickup. Can't get a second one, though, and that's going to be yet another point for PRX, 6-1.
Yeah, this is good patience off the rip here from PRX. They kind of read that there's going to be a push out from that angle on A, and they're ready for it. They're just hanging back. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's somewhat aware of a potential tiles push as well, and you know, it all comes crumbling down when Fox just can't get the kill from behind. Mindfreak still holding that angle. And this is why, as chaotic as PRX can seem at times, it's very clear that they're aware, they're communicating, they're talking, and now it's been working. Keep doing it. Don't fix it if it ain't broke, as he pressure that A site once again. However, they will tag more people, so they send Monette all the way into the spawn. Thrash pushing elbow. Monette gets the kill in spawn. Jink clears with the showstopper, and in an instant, it's only PTC left as he goes down for a flawless on the side of PRX.
That's brutal. I mean, what do you do? That's a kind of a set play here for PRX, and off the back of Monette causing chaos, you know, trying to figure out where the heck he went for full sense. It's like, oh, we've got a showstopper as well, and we're just running it down. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll see you later. See you next round.
Yeah, just absolutely calculated. Of course, the From the Shadows covering the minimap helps quite a bit as well. In full sense, they had the buys, and PRX came prepared for it. Now they'll still pick up a couple rifles here. They'll scrape together whatever they can. Jin on top of the box here. You see that screen's going down. He is stuck with the judge. Calls for backup from Sushi Boys.
And I like the way that, you know, Forsaken uses these knives to check some of these close, tight angles that can be pretty tricky for the attacker side to deal with on this map. So it does give them sort of like a scent, a lot of ability to check some of the more tricky options that you have as an attacker. Because you're a little bit limited in some ways on this map, so really enjoying the way that PRX utilizes their utility on this map. It is really, really impressive.
And they'll have a couple of those coming back here soon enough. The Dizzy's still online after that early pickup. The toxic screen comes back up. Oh no, the pit timing. This could be disastrous. They just go for the spray. PTC had no idea how close they were. And that's the ult down the drain. As we're down to 3 members of Full Sense once again. Paranoia in hand. The boom bot pushes him out further. Monette knows he can still hold on to that ability.
just not even fair, man. PRX just has it read so well. Okay, well, Fox with the Guardian. It's one.
Well, Mind Freak doesn't want to agree to too much. He knows it's his job to keep market safe, but he can't make that happen. The Showstopper is online, although full sense, they're running out of time just a bit. Jing sneaks through the smoke and gets Leviathan on the wraparound. John Olsen can't even go for the save. He wants to. He's trying to keep them at bay, but he'll only get one kill for his troubles.
It's so difficult when one of the best ults you have in the bag is just ripped away from you. Because PRX has a great read on where you want to plant it. I mean, they're just waiting there. They know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, they never cleared it, right? The toxic screen goes back up, and they're very well aware.
Yeah. It's some good scrappy play here from Full Sense to get it close, but the Jing sneaks behind and gives him a backstab. I mean, it's just so... It has to be so frustrating to play against PRX because they're so good at this map already. Like, it's just not fair.
Steps ahead for sure, especially, you know, compared to some other teams we've seen in Pacific and how long it takes them to get adjusted to some new maps. PRX already juggling, you know, different combinations of agents here, looking very comfortable. As you mentioned, the comms seem to be on point on how to hold each other's angles. And now just trying to combat that one way by staying on top of the box here from Monette. Dizzy at the ready. Still have 2 flash drives as well, and they send everything. The paranoia, and John Olsen dodges it all. Can he get a double? Only 1 kill, but he will pick up the Vandal back in time. And finally, a glimmer of light for Full Sense as they try to get a second round on the board.
All right, well, pivot over towards tiles. There's the trap wire there with that Sushi Boys lurking all the way into spawn already. So PRX gonna have to fight to get out of this really tricky position.
Yeah, their Paranoia is ready as well. The Sky on the other side. Paranoia pushes them back out, but you still have the Cam here watching Market. Dizzy does barely spot it, but he doesn't get tagged, and PGC will get the kill. Full Sense pinch on the attack, and they make it 2-8.
They basically got control of every angle on the map at that point. I mean, mid was the only option that PRX had. Full Sense knew it, and they took full advantage of it, keeping them completely pinned and trapped, and PTC sneaking into B main. Makes it an easy crossfire at the end. Good start here for John Olsen. Finally able to find a good opportunity for that ultimate. Now Full Sense. 2 rounds. Let's see if they can string together a few more.
If they can get to 4-8,
yeah,
it's not so bad given how it started.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they had the 5 rounds in a row. And oh, John Olsen, he was ready for it. They've seen this time and time again. I mean, PRX, this is about the 4th time they started the round with the same setup with the instant paranoia. Now, they make it into elbow, but the site already has backup. Fox trying to go for the anti-flash, but he can't hide in time. No backup there for the trades. And PRX, they just once again get the pinch. Even protecting Wingman on the spike plant.
It's like PRX just know, like, their job, they already know what they need to do. Okay, the Jing entry doesn't work. We're still going to walk through this angle, and everybody's like covering the proper corner. It's so well coordinated already. It's really impressive. Okay, nice shot, Sushi Boys. What else you got?
Oh, he's got the hero theft. He can get the location of both members of PRX, but will they give him an opportunity to get the shot? Oh, that's some good play from PRX. Wait for the second ping, and then swing out together to throw him off. Sushi Boys can't find the kills.
Okay, can we see a 9-3? Can we see the curse for Full Sense? A nice read by John Olsen, like you were talking about, Will, but PRX is just, everybody like knows their job and knows what angle they should be watching, and they're like crosshair placement as usual, very good. Just start shutting Full Sense out so fast.
These are the types of factors we talk about when you're playing musical chairs with your roster, and the fact that PRX can continue to do so just goes to show how dialed in every member of the roster is. A lot of people had some doubts on day 1 about Monette. Can he keep up with the pace? But today, he's doing just fine. Oh, even the tricky swing out from Sushi Boys, and Jing just gets a read on it. He's ready for it. Spots Fox. Guiding Light comes out, but Forsaken is wrapping around the one-way. Should be able to find that Sky. Cannot get the kill. Allows for a little bit of extra time for Full Sense to crowd in, but Jing, he's holding strong. Draws out enough aggro for Magnet to also pick up a kill of himself. And the Thrash just gets that nice drift for the Detain.
All right, well, that was pretty crazy. Jing, like, the senses to read that play is just insane. I don't know if we've seen that setup from Susha yet, and he just, like, felt that someone was around that corner, or he's just that fast that he can react that well. Either way.
We'll see here, I hope. Oh, he's
Oh
just
my
fast.
God, he's just fast.
Yeah, he just wanted to clear the other side because he didn't send the boom bot both ways.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, gets the swivel. There's the drift. They already knew it was over when they spotted him. And that is a dominating half, 10-2 for PRX. A lot of work left to be done here for Full Sense.
No doubt. No doubt about it. I don't know how you come back from that. Like, that's just one of those moments where you're like, geez, these guys have this map, like, so well thought out. And this happens a lot of times. Like, another thing that a lot of coaches will tell you is that sometimes coming into an event, like, if you're the best team at the new map, then you have a really good shot at winning the event, because either people have to force ban it against you, which leaves open another, you know, map that's really good for you, potentially really bad for them, or you're just, you know, whenever it comes to you, you're just so much better than everyone else at it. Just knock them out of the park.
Currently, PRX is definitely outshining Full Sense on this one. It was such a close affair on Haven that it's a bit shocking to see Full Sense not able to get a single grasp of how that first half went by. And we have to remember, I mean, PRX, they just ran it to A time and time again. Sure, if it got stopped, they would go for a rotate. And Full Sense, they started to empty mid out, just put the trap wire, try to put even more weight onto A site, and they could not combat the pinch onto the site, going all the way deep into elbow. And for their sake, hopefully things are a little different when they have the initiative here on attack.
Yeah, they try to spread the map. They tried a bunch of different stuff, and none of it worked. I mean, PRX is just so aware of all the angles on this map. They're so well aware of what all their jobs are in terms of where they need to be looking, who needs to be looking where, you know, what the possible positions are. Let's see, I'm curious how fast this is going to be. A lot of damage done already, though, to Mindfreak.
Yeah, but the snake bite is enough to stall the entire push. They spot two, so they spot the Viper and the Omen. And Full Sense says they don't want to deal with it. They already have Sushi Boys deep into elbow. They want to try to work off of that, see if there's any extra movement from PRX. They're waiting for a push out onto tiles. They're waiting for a push out onto B main, but in a rare occurrence, PRX, they stay calm and they will not overreact.
All right. Things slow up momentarily, but a lot of space being taken by Sushi Boys over on the long side of A. Let's see if he can get through. Knife, I don't think.
Yeah,
really,
no tags.
Yeah, no tags on anyone, so for now, information pretty lacking.
Screen goes up, so PRX well aware that they have to give up any idea about elbow. The Omen smoke will come out as well. Now, no PTC in B, going for that poison cloud, trying to go for the lurk, but he may be too slow as everyone from PRX, they're just sprinting out. They want to be there for the retake as soon as Spike Plant goes down. It's up to the main squad of Full Sense to just buy enough time. Oh no, PTC, he realized he might have been late, and he sprints forward. Lets himself be known to Mindfreak, and the Dizzy comes in. Leviathan regains vision, and the jumps come in from Forsaken and Magnet. Something going for another pickoff as well. Sushi Boys only one kill, and it's all down to John Olsen. He gets two, but that's gonna be the end of the story, as we see Forsaken getting the defuse for 11 points.
The ideas are so good, but they panic just a little bit. PTC just starts making those footsteps, and immediately Mindfreak swivels around at him, and it just ends up all crumbling from there. Could have been so good for Full Sense.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I almost feel bad that I mentioned him. I almost feel bad that I mentioned he might be out of time.
That's the first thing I was looking at. I was like, that could go bad for PRX, and then I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, PTC felt the pressure, wanted to try to catch up, and I think it's because maybe the main squad hears so many footsteps getting near the site, right? And you start to over-panic. Well, at the end of the day, we see another forest find. Now, this is how Full Sense was able to make the match happen on Ave and try to catch up. This time, Poison Cloud will stop them for the time being.
Poison's off.
And a lot of rifles in the hands of PRX. 3 Bulldogs and a Guardian for Forsaken. Magnet with the Stinger, so this close-range weaponry going to be tricky to kind of cajole PRX into using, giving them the really good opportunities for it. And you can see that Guardian is going to be identified in mid. Now, just trying to find some weakness here. Full Sense going to just really take their time, see if they can, get PRX to get impatient.
And PRX, they're just so confident on this map. They have been giving up elbow here on A non-stop. They look at the toxic screen, they say, we don't want to deal with that. We don't want anyone to get stuck in there. Ultorb here for PTC, but still quite a ways away for most ultimates on the side of Full Sense. Something. Does he go for the spike plan? Oh, he's gonna get one kill. That gives him the confidence to peek out off of the flash. Then that's a double kill. Spike stranded in the middle of the site. Sushi Boys will have to reclaim that position. Forsaken going for the flank, but Leviathan swings out with a stinger. Now a 2v3, but PTC is so low, so Sushi Boys comes in to save the day. A double kill. Now, Inverse Ching, the camera doesn't go down in time. Jing has to let go. And Sushi Boys, he tries to bait him and goes for the swing out, but he's so low. And just an extra bullet, and Jing will get the round.
So close. Full Sense. Able to recover so nicely from that sneaky position by Something. Great timing there from Something. Completely fools Full Sense. Gets those 2 kills, delays it just long enough. Then they're able to really lock down this link area, but
I mean,
they're just so good, man. I mean, PRX is just so talented. It's just so difficult.
Yeah, they had already also done so much damage, right? Sushi Boys did what he could, all the heroics at the window there.
Yep.
But it's just not enough. Brings him up to 10 kills, but all of them way behind in the total number as PRX now with some changed aggression on A site. They herd them into the middle of the map, and ladies and gentlemen, I think we're facing the last couple steps here of Full Sense at the AVL. Mind Freak. Screen goes back up and trade for the Cloud. Allows him to keep his eyes trained on market. Oh, tries to swing out off of the Omen smoke. Now, an opportunity for Full Sense. Showstopper online as well. Okay, a bit of a blind teleport forward. Just a Hail Mary on this bonus from PRX.
Surely not. Surely there's no way Something can get this done. John Olsen, half health. Yeah, you might be able to get one, but that crossfire outside of that door, that 50-50 is...
Yeah, I think he's just gonna... Oh, no, okay. I'm always wrong about this one.
Oh my God!
No, Something! How do you do that? The round goes to Full Sense, but... Boy, oh boy, they've definitely been training on this map.
That is ridiculous that he's even... He reads that so well. I mean, yes, it is kind of the expected positions, but the fact that his mechanics are good enough to spin on a dime that quickly.
Yeah, and just hold the spray control, right? And just transfer it over.
Exactly.
A very impressive showing mechanically here for Something.
Whoa,
yeah, really good control on that spray. But at the end of the day, take away a couple weapons now. It should be noted that PRX did buy up to extra rifles there, so because they lost all of it on the previous round, they're now down to Sheriffs, despite the previous one having theoretically been the bonus.
Got a Thrash, a couple away from the ults for Forsaken and Jing. Still John Olsen once again has a showstopper. Sushi Boys, yeah, the neural theft. Maybe there's an opportunity to find some value here, especially with the weaker weapons. Find that early pick for Full Sense. There you go.
Yeah, Full Sense just drawing aggro from all angles, trying to get these early picks, but Forsaken is going to go for the trade. Spots John Olsen, and John Olsen not ready for the double as Jing swings out from behind. Continue to see one-to-one trades with the paint shell coming into tiles. Jing wants to chase through. Only 45 health. Bit of a greedy deal as Fox gets one step closer to his Seekers. Yeah. Oh, Forsaken, quick swing around. And Fox will clean things up, only 1 point away from his ultimate.
Still a scary round for Full Sense. Yeah, you win it, but PRX, even on weaker buys, is still pushing you to the limits, and now they've got a showstopper. Now they've got the KOO. No command is there. So there are a lot of powerful options for PRX to send you out of this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, retakes are going to look real strong. They could even use one of these ultimates early on to push out. You mentioned no command online. The Thrash still there. The Showstopper still online as well. And here we go. Jing's using it just to clear out tiles. Even sees where the Sky Guiding Light is coming from. He's still holding on to that rocket. Sushi Boys will get a nice kill, but look at that. Jing follows all the way through, picks off the Sky. And now, down to a 4v4. The Thrash, of course, eliminated as something gets taken out from that trapwire.
I know exactly where you
Roll
are.
theft to get a good idea. They see it's a stack here from PRX, and
Oh,
John
John.
Olsen peeks off of it and gets 2. All right, still committing to the rotate, though, just because Sushi Boys already had control of the site somewhat. PRX, they've reacted as soon as that neural theft came out.
Yeah, I mean, they thought they could get right behind Full Sense and just chase them over to the A site. You know, they were like, well, it's not going to be confusing that there's 4 of us over on B. Instead, John Olsen, a sneaky position, makes him pay.
Oh, thought it was going to be a swing out from close to the wall around the smoke. Monyet will pick up that kill. Now down to Forsaken 1v3. Showstopper still online for John Olsen, so you got to imagine we still got at least one more round in the tank. Leviathan will close things out on his line as Full Sense brings it up to 5.
Yeah, I mean, just Full Sense here, able to kind of catch PRX sort of overconfident, I think, and to get a good Showstopper. I can't believe he finds that angle, but John Olsen is just ready. Because I felt like to me PRX was just like, okay, fine, we're all 4 here now. Now we're either just gonna chase you or just scooch across the middle of the map to get over to the other side. But instead, it's a great heads-up play by John. And now let's see, can they continue this run? Fox with Seekers. I mean, you have no room for errors. Full Sense.
Yeah, but they do still have the rifles, right? And PRX, their economy once again having to go for these stingers. Only the 1 rifle on Jing, and that gets taken down immediately by PTC. Weaker weapons for PRX.
I've got your trail.
And that signifies it's a call for the Seekers. And they see all of them going the other way except for one. That's kept Mind Freak just stuck here. There's the paranoia. He can't find his target. The Showstopper coming through. Fox deep on the lurk as well. Ready for more members. Even has backup in the form of PTC and John Olsen. PTC wants to make that Viper spit. They want to chain the ultimates going forward, and he'll have it ready if he can find the last kill. And so he does. Viper spit online. That's Full Sense catches up to 6.
Okay. I mean, they're making the most of this. Every opportunity that they're given by PRX is being taken advantage of. And yeah, certainly going to want to take a timeout, try to regroup here. I think maybe just try to find ways to work together like you do on that attacker side. I don't know, maybe play the map like you are on the attacker side again. Just kind of send it at him and see what happens. Yeah.
Yep, throw a paranoia and everything, right? I mean, listen, sometimes that helps with that mental conditioning, of course. Very high risk, high reward. We'll have to see. Hoodie back on for Coach Alex.
They've got the Thrash still, I think, right? Did they use it? I don't think they did.
No, I don't believe they did.
Yeah.
You're right. That ultimate is still online.
That's a good way to clear that Viper spit. That's a really good option for them here. Probably being reminded of that, I suspect, by Alex. At least I would hope, giving them some thought. Even if things kind of off the start don't necessarily go your way, don't worry. You've got options. You've got ways to deal with that powerful ultimate.
No, I think a big difference we're seeing from here and day one is, of course, without the Cypher, PRX can't be as comfortable just really shifting their entire weight to the other side and pushing out and relying on the trap wires, right? I mean, you still need someone to really work off of and double check once the toxic screen goes down from that Viper if you want to know that it's having a big effect. So this time, it does look like it's a bit of a setup that you called for. Looks like a paranoia potentially at the ready for Monyet, maybe a one-way, and then Jing ready to push out of elbow.
Just yeet it at him. Just go for it.
I think it's coming. Right, just the one-way, oh, not even a one-way, just a full smoke to make sure they can secure that ult orb and a main control, even closing the door. So the idea is leave that mid open, just have someone watch it, even though we don't have that Cypher. No,
oh my God.
Forsaken, if he had peeked out, would have been 2 members ready to gun him down.
Hopefully they learn their lesson.
PTC goes for the quick swing out and then doubles back. Doesn't want to overdeal here for extra damage. The hear that operator coming out from Fox, and PRX says, okay, it's not our turn to aggress just yet. Spike still near the spawn. Sushi Boy starting his work near A. Something gets one kill on John Olsen.
Pretty nasty stuff there from Something. Finally able to come over and set up a bit of a crossfire. Now you're going for the thrash already.
Oh, no.
That's just a bait for Ching, baby.
Oh man, absolutely ties up that operator. And now they saw another member in tiles. They have an inkling that this is going to be the A side, but do they know that Sushi Boys is already this deep? Now they do. Sever Cage just to keep backside safe.
30 seconds left.
Well, now the question is, you have a boombot, you have a few tools to clear out this Viper's Pit. Let's see if they can get it done. Paranoia doesn't really hit anything, just crosses across the front of the site. 3 players for full sense, basically planted inside of this.
Yeah, just able to go around the safe by himself. We're gonna wait for his teammates to join up. You can see Mindfreak well aware of that potential flank around him. Yet just on top of the generator there, able to peek into the pit, gets the kill onto PTC, causes chaos for Full Sense as they've lost control of the site. The Leviathan, the last one alongside Sushi Boys, not able to defend it. And PRX will be taking this series 2-0 to move on to the decider match here at the AVL.
Well, got a little bit, not much, a little bit worrisome there for PRX in a couple of rounds. Looked a little bit off kilter, but once they took a timeout and kind of rethought things, come right back and seal the deal. But, you know, after a 10-2 start, kind of had the feeling that it was pretty likely to be PRX's map, but clearly this map in general is something they are looking very scary on.
Something that the other teams will have to keep in mind as we not only continue here for the AVL, but get prepared for the partner teams, of course, in BCT Pacific, looking forward to 2024. If you want to be on even footing, you got to get to working on that sunset, because PRX, they're now having, 1, 2, maybe even 3 different agent compositions at the ready. Love to see the fist bumps, of course. All credit to Full Sense, had to battle through the Thailand qualifiers to get here. Had some amazing maps shown against both TRX and PRX, the 2 best teams that VCT Pacific has to offer.
Yeah, look, you gotta really like what you see from Full Sense. I mean, Thai fans should be pleased that this team is already, with Fox and Sushi Boys coming in looking this good. They should be a force to be reckoned with as 2024 rolls on. Probably going to be making a run at Ascension next year, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, GG, well played for sure to Full Sense. I think they've gained a lot of new fans that haven't really followed the Thai scene closely domestically. And now with the added power, as you mentioned, the added experience of Fox and Sushi Boys, this is a team that a lot of fans will be keeping their eye on as a contender for the challenger scene and potential Ascension tournament next year in 2024. But this will be the end of their journey here at the Africa TV Valorant League.
Yeah, man, if you weren't already standing John Olsen and PTC, you're wrong, because you should have been. I love these 2 players. Been a big fan of them since back in 2021 LCQ, man. They were really impressing me way back then, and even now, still got it, still looking good. PRX, yeah, they're so strong. It kind of makes sense. Now that I start kind of thinking about it, like Sunset, not only is it, I don't know, the map doesn't really matter to me so much, but it's like the fact that it's the new map with the new player, right? So they're able to build from the ground up with Monyet, or potentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that could be a big potential of why this is looking pretty good. Now, granted, they didn't even play with him on day 1 when they beat Sentinels but on this map, but, clearly this is just them kind of being able to build from scratch with a new roster setup. Regardless, the ideas are there.
They're definitely showcasing a lot of good stuff. You kept talking about the angles, right? The way they're holding for trays and that's on the move, right? Not just on defense, but as they're trying to execute onto a site, things like that. The Gecko utility looking very promising for Something as well. And of course the stats, I mean, pretty straightforward. PRX dominating forward the majority of the map. And we talked about it, but dread it, run from it. Comes back all the same. PRX versus DRX. The RX battles continue even in the offseason.
How? How does this keep happening? Why? Like, you thought you might have dodged it. Nope.
Yeah. I
right
mean,
back at it.
We all knew it was coming when we saw the groups announced, right?
Yep.
We're like, they're in the same group again? Okay, here we go. We just thought it would be in a different match in the series. But overall, Monyet proving a lot of the doubters wrong. Had a bit of a slow start on day 1 of the AVL. but puts up some good numbers across the entire series today. And I love that you gave that shout out to John Olsen, even PTC, the other members there. I, again, think they showed very promising play individually and as a team.
Yeah, no. I'm really impressed. And I fully mean that. I'm really impressed with Full Sense. So looking forward to see how they continue to build throughout the course of next year. Looking forward to hopefully seeing them again in future events because, look, they pushed PaperX and DRX. They pushed, yeah, PaperX, okay, you could argue maybe they had a new roster or whatever, but they pushed DRX